Hey guys, Bam here, along with Charles, and welcome to Smash University. Hope you guys have been loving the channel and the stuff that we've been doing as of late. As always, if you love what we do, feel free to like, follow, and subscribe. Click that bell icon. But enough of that. Let's get into it, man. It is time to talk about Multiverse. All right,
Yeah.
this is. I've been saying it. Some people have seen me here and there talk about the age of platform fighters are upon us. You know,
Thank you, the prophet.
I might know some things, maybe not. Who knows? But I've been so excited to see this be announced, and I think that it's incredible what they're doing. I think the trailer looks amazing, and dude, to see all those characters from Warner Brothers and knowing that they're even pulling from you have Arya Stark. Right?
That's crazy. That was in terms of the roster.
Bro.
I was like, they have Arya from like Game of Thrones. That's crazy. That's now we're getting into some crazy ass shit. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. And I'm hearing through the grapevine, man. Like, it's just they're going to be like the WB, bro. It's like it's Warner Brothers, so all these characters out there, who knows, dude? Like, I'm not like I think even just by the roster they've shown thus far to us that we've all seen, it looks like it could be like anyone on that roster. They are very, very serious about this game. They have dedicated servers. They went out to bat and they said, hey, we have dedicated servers. We're going to have rollback.
damn.
Like, this is what you need to hear. Right?
Every single
Because even rollback.
Every single
right?
one.
Every single one, right? Like, it's crazy because you hear it and you're like, damn, dude. Like, nowadays, you hear people talk about rollback, right? And now we're figuring out, like, some people are trying to realize there's levels to rollback, right?
Right.
But these guys are making sure they come with the most premium kind of rollback. Dedicated servers, having rollback. They have skins. Like, this is a dream come true. Like, look at it's free to play.
Voice
acting.
Yes.
Right? And it's like not just some random voice acting, like literally iconic voice actors are on deck for this thing. Easily recognizable. The skins are incredible. You already know they're going to have microtransactions up the ass with this thing.
Free to play.
I mean, this is some
Oh
of
my
the stuff
god.
that,
Yeah.
right?
This is just everything. This is everything.
everything.
Yeah. It's like what does it not have? Like.
Yeah. Like, it's wild, man. I'm really excited. The game looks great. Interesting enough, in the trailer, the gameplay looks a little slowed down. So I've seen some people kind of go ahead and play it at like 1.25 speed, and like that looks more like how the game is supposed to look, right? It looks like it was definitely intentionally slowed down. I think it was to show the animations or something,
Okay.
But yeah, the game looks great. Obviously, it's focused on doubles, but
I think that's the one curveball for this game, where it's like, okay, it has everything, but if their main focus is doubles, I just hope it doesn't. I hope the movesets aren't so catered to doubles that it ruins the single experience. I think that's the only thing I'm a little concerned about. I think going for a primary double thing is a risk, because now you're kind of messing with the formula, at least in terms of like what people in the Smash community like to watch, right? The primary thing to watch for Smash tournaments is singles. So that's my only concern. But I mean, if the game is like grafted towards doubles, and maybe doubles will be a lot more fun, right? Stuff like that. So yeah.
No, I agree. And I mean, I think it's one of those things too where it comes to doubles, we have seen some instances where people really loved doubles and been excited. I always loved thinking back in the day when it was like Leffen, it was like maybe Leffen and Nice, or like versus like Armada and Android and stuff like that, right? And like there was like some really iconic double sets that we've seen through the course of Smash history, right?
Wombo combos and doubles.
Yeah, man, Wombo combo. You know what I mean? So
that's like probably the biggest like thing in Smash.
Exactly, right? Like one of the biggest things in esports. It's like one of those most iconic moments. So I think that if you do it right, I think there's a possibility where you can build something. There is also a layer of like a doubles, when you have a doubles environment, right? When you bring in that kind of team dynamic, that's really cool for people to see, right? See those kind of top players interact in a way, like in that kind of way, learn together, study together and stuff. We saw even like people, like PewFat, like just kind of seeing those kind of things. People love to see that aspect, right? So if you are focused on it, we may see some positivity there. I'm sure they're going to. I mean, you got WB on this, and they're not shy from doing like big tours and tournaments. So like, I'll be very surprised if the level of depth they're going into for this game, the money that's being put in this game, that they don't have some sort of tour or something happening here. So if it is focused on doubles, and if they talk about it being competitive, I could see a doubles series that's happening too, right? In tandem with singles. Right. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how it's going to work. And if they hit that mid ground, like you were talking about, being able to have cool stuff in doubles, but not have entire movesets focused solely on doubles, because that may hurt the single player game. And that's a big thing for a lot of platform fighting fans.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, incredibly strong IP, I think, is the main thing, right? And then, like, I mean, from what we know, it's going to be 100%, probably the best netcode for a platform fighter out right now when it comes out. I like, just from what I've heard, that is safe to assume.
Yep.
And yeah, I think having accessibility online is so big. Like, if you, and that's the one thing that everyone about in Guilty Gear loves, right? The Guilty Gear community, I mean, I feel like their netcode is probably one of the better ones of all the fighting games, right? I'm not like super savvy on all the other stuff.
No, it is.
It's pretty, to my understanding, it's pretty up there, right? And yeah, that's a big part of why I think the game is so big. Like, obviously, I think the game is really good, but when you can have exhibition matches from, you know, West Coast, East Coast, or even just like, even if it's close online and it's like really solid, like maybe not as perfect as offline, but pretty damn close to it, that's a very big deal. So like, that kind of stability for online play, I think, is, you know, that and the IP are the two things that are really, really important to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, I think one of the things for me as well is, like, we need to look at how, like, it's free to play. This is the next evolution, right? Like you said, accessibility, like, that's the other component that they're doing. You only
very similar to something like Brawlhalla, right?
Exactly, just about to bring that up, and that's one of the reasons why Brawlhalla has been so successful, right? You see all these tournaments. We joke about it all the time, right? Because you'll see some casters are like, oh well, you know, I can't really get the cream of the crop top 8 in Smash. Oh well, let me just go ahead and make like triple the money in Brawlhalla. Why not, right? And it's like, how can they keep doing that? How can these prize pools keep being up there? And it's because it's a free to play game. It's a model that's so damn good. And Brawlhalla doesn't have the IP, right?
Yeah, right.
That they have here. Arguably, like, just from what we're seeing from the gameplay, it doesn't look like they have that level of gameplay either. And they have these crazy skins for iconic characters with the voice acting. And this looks like a Warner Brothers package, right? Like, if we think of like NRS and what they've been able to do with Warner Brothers, if I'm not really a big fan of Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat has like the best like package for a traditional fighting game. It's just the story, the perks, the training, just a lot of content.
Dev
and
support.
Already that's exactly.
NRS
and
is like pretty good with in terms of like the prizings for their official tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they have the whole shebang there, and it looks like they're trying to do that with this game as well. So, dude, this one's going to be tough to beat, man. This really does look like something that can take over and really fill that void of Smash. But we do have something else coming up for Smash too, man.
Oh, yeah, there was big news for both, you know, WD or just like general platforming in general, and the Nintendo sponsor with Panda Global. So this one is crazy because there's a lot of gray area in this still, right? We don't know how much, like, we found out that the qualifiers are going to be online. Oof, right? Like, that sucks. You know, but it's like, all right, well, it's Nintendo, so let's, that's something that is bearable kind of deal, right? Kind of sucks. Would rather have offline, but, you know, Nintendo's working with the community, which is, like, absolutely wild considering, you know, everything that has happened in the past, right? So it's like, you know, the fact that they're still willing to recognize the community, the competitive community at least, and work with the community, and even like with Melee as well, right? I know the Melee community generally isn't the biggest fan of Nintendo, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to mix as well, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the biggest things, right? They, it's crazy because I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. There's a lot of us who have been working towards getting something partnership with Nintendo. A lot of us for quite some time, and it's something that at a point in time people have just been like, oh, you know what, F it, it's not gonna happen, blah blah blah, right? So to see this happen is a beautiful thing.
Right.
Whether you are super big on Nintendo or not, like, it is a beautiful thing for the scene because this is kind of a long awaited like promise, right? This is like the weighted dream a lot of us were looking for. And you know, we don't know, like you said, there's gray, like we don't know how this is gonna fully you know, how this is gonna like come together, right? I think a lot of times people think that it's like, oh, Nintendo comes together, boom, we do it, happy ending, we all go home, that's it, right? No, there's going to be certain things that they want that may conflict with what the whole scene wants and vice versa, and it may lead us to something like better, right? So I'm really proud of Panda for doing this because I know this is something a long time coming for them for sure. I think that there's going to be great value in this, even if Nintendo itself isn't shelving out an extreme amount of money, because despite whatever they'll give, if there's a full buy-in from Nintendo, that is very, very, very important for a ton of other partners. You want to be able to be like, I am partnering with an official thing from Nintendo, right?
Big deal.
That is big. So if you have a proper partnership team, which unfortunately most Smash orgs don't, which is a huge problem, but we can talk about that some other time. But I think Panda has a solid one, and they now have this opportunity to really make this happen. So I do think there's going to be money there, regardless of if Nintendo is dropping a ton or not. But we'll see kind of how the format and all these things kind of shift out. But it looks great. I'm excited. I'm sure there's a lot they still have to do there. I mean, the trailer, it was pretty much a teaser. You know, it wasn't like a full-on trailer.
Right.
But it's kind of crazy, you know, after all this kind of super hate and F Nintendo this and that, and people were switching it up, bro. Like, these fools were switching it up. Just gone. Like, wait,
180.
Oh, my favorite console. Like,
I love
it. All
Nintendo.
right, bro. You got it, dude. Sure, dude. It's just so funny because I'm like, dude, one day it's gonna happen sooner than later, but people backtrack. I see people doing the moonwalk right now, bro. So that shit's mad funny to me. I'm like, dude,
yo, I didn't know you could moonwalk like that. This is crazy. Like, you're going.
Yeah,
oh,
damn,
fuck.
You're going back. Yo, I bet, dude. Sure. That is hilarious to me. But it's like I said, it's cool to see. It's a great victory for Smash and like the greater platform fighter scene. If anything else, this kind of shows that people are realizing the importance of this.
Yeah, and competition is a very good thing to have in space, like in a space. So, in the space of platform fighters, it was very hard to compete with Smash. All right, it's just like it's like Smash hit almost every check mark, right? But this WB game feels like it's hitting more check marks than Nintendo. Like, the only check mark it doesn't hit is like the legacy status, right? That Smash has. So, yep, that. This Nintendo news, I loved how you kind of like shared your experience as well, right? Not everyone, like, obviously you work with a lot of bigger companies in the past to try and, you know, have deals with Nintendo, try to work with Nintendo in some capacity with ESA. Now you're in Red Bull, right? So it's like really breaking down how hard it was to work with Nintendo, just in general, even, you know, back in the day, right? It's I think that's a very big deal. So, you know, long time coming. A lot of people just wrote it off like. I would say, like, oh man, definitely over half, if not more, than the community was like, yeah, Nintendo would never work with the Smash community. Like, I wouldn't even be. I think it's like maybe like 90% plus of the community, I would say, would. Yeah. That's like a very common opinion to have, is what my opinion is.
No, for sure. I completely agree, man. Like, a lot of people are just like, there's no way this can happen. Like, literally just no way. And so No one believed, and here we are.
Yeah, so.
It happened, and now it's like, all right,
all in one day. I think that's the troll part too. Like, I'm like, dang, all of this on one day. Like, there's no way everyone like planned this and coordinated this or something. Like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, and it's funny that I mean, you have. All I'm saying is you had Nick come out. You got an announcement for Sora, right? Sora drops all these things. Now you got this stuff with WB coming out with Multiverse.
Huh, interesting.
You know, all this.
What a coincidence!
It seems like someone at Nintendo who's been listening.
Ninjas are striking.
Yeah, maybe Nintendo ninjas are out there.
Ninjas, man, wherever you go.
And just maybe they're starting to realize that a little feet to the fire, right?
Right.
Like you said, competition is a very, very good thing, and I think
drop the partnership now.
Yep,
it's time.
Drop it. It's time. We can't hold them
any longer. Send it.
Drop the partnership. You know, like, you know, so, dude, yeah, it's good, man. It's really good stuff. You know, Smash is always going to live on, but I'm really excited for a lot of these new prospects. And even there's a couple of these things. I'm just going to say, I mean, this goes into the kind of the greater thing that we're talking about here. But even Rushdown Revolt, they're actually they've been able to get more funding and stuff too. They've been able to do bigger things, right? And they continue to grow. So I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to be doing big stuff as well too, right? Nickelodeon seems like they're trying to figure out some new stuff there as well in terms of how they're going to really kind of rise to the challenge. They see the value in the game. They see people are excited, and they want to keep it that way and keep it on an upward trend. So best believe that team's going to be working hard. So it just seems like there's going to be a lot, man. And it seems like there's a couple other things over the horizon, you know, that are going to be coming out, that are going to be big. Like, platform fighters are moving, and people always saw platform fighters as a good, like, cash grab, right? They would throw out these old games. They did it for, like, Jump All-Stars had one. They had it for, like, Naruto, like, all this stuff. They've done a lot of times, right? And now people are realizing, hey, we can do this and make it competitive and make money and build a community, a very big, vibrant community with all these IPs, and people will play that thing till death, right? So it is cool that all these companies have recognized that, and with kind of the new transition to First Smash, you know, it seems like it's like kind of complete. It's crazy to see our space explode like this so quickly, you know?
Yeah, over the course of like 2-3 years, it's like, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's wild. All right, well, I mean, that's pretty much all the big news. It is a lot of news to take in, so yeah, I'm really excited for the future of just platform fighters in general, for Smash as well, and Nintendo. So yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments about both topics, right? Like, these are really big topics. There's going to be a lot of different opinions out there on both of these topics, so let us know in the comments below. And if you guys like the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, peace out till next time.
Peace.